You are golden, you are good enough, like your fire from within. You're inspired, you inspire us, it's gonna be all good again.
Hello and welcome to the Roar Indie Author Series. I'm your host, Brianna, and today we have with us Melissa Sue John, who is an indie author. She's going to tell us about her books and her inspiration. So thank you so much for being here, Melissa. And I just have to ask, why were you motivated to be an author?
Hi, Brianna. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I was motivated to be an author because I was complaining about the lack of diversity in children's books to my children. And my 7-year-old at the time said, "Mom, stop complaining about the problem and be the solution."
Ooh. Wow. That's insightful.
Yeah. So what do you do? But you're like, okay, let's figure out how to do that. How do we write a story arc? How do we come up with main characters? Let's do some character development, and what do we want to write about? So at the time, Olivia was doing acting and modeling in New York. So we're like, all right, let's write about that. Your friends don't know anything about it because at school they're always like, why are you always missing school? She's like, oh, I went for an audition. So we're like, the first book we wrote was Occupations A to Z that would introduce children to modern as well as traditional careers.
Nice. That's awesome. Is she still acting and modeling?
No, COVID kind of hit us with it, and I was just over it after that. And we live in Connecticut, so going back and forth to New York was just
too much. I get that. That's a commitment for sure. What book or books are part of the Roar series that we can find in the vending machines?
Olivia Travels is the second part of the series that talks about different modes of transportation. Again, we went to the library and we looked at books that covered trucks and cars, and they were aimed towards boys. I'm like, girls want to be engineers. Girls take transportation. Girls travel. So we wrote a book with that in mind.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And the other book in the vending machine is Olivia Lauren, A Guide to Things We Wear. Because when we were in New York, we overheard a little boy ask his mom, what's that woman wearing? He was pointing to her hijab. And the mother said, shh. And I was like, don't silence the child's curiosity.
Yeah.
Tell him, I don't know, we'll look it up later, or let's go ask her, or let's go to the library and find out, right?
Yeah.
We want to encourage kids' curiosity. So we decided to go to the library to see what books existed, and none did. All the books talked about hat, shirt, pants, shoes, and the diversity was learning in Spanish, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So we decided to create a book that would talk about the kufi hat, the hijab, the headscarf, the sari. We just want kids to have their questions and their curiosities answered.
And I think that's such a underestimated point, that just to drive it home, like if you don't know something, kids are genuinely curious. And, my son asked, why doesn't everybody believe in Santa? And I was like, well, some people don't celebrate Christmas with trees, and some people have menorahs. And we're fortunate that he goes to a school that embodies all of that, and they teach this. And actually he's learning Chinese. He's 4, but he's, learning how to write Chinese characters for, Lunar New Year and Chinese New Year. And it's just one of those things where I think it's embarrassing for parents because we don't know, and we don't know the difference between in the Muslim culture, there's different the scarves, and they all mean something
burqa.
different. The burqa, the hijab, they're all different. And so you feel a little ignorant, but asking the questions or looking it up is the best way that we can understand and learn something about ourselves and other people. So I think that is brilliant. What does it mean for you to be a part of the series like Roar?
I feel really empowered to be a part of this nonprofit. It's not only giving kids books that they can see themselves, they can have it affordably, but it's just a great networking opportunity for indie authors. We don't get this opportunity often, and we're always trying to get into book fairs and book vending opportunities. So this is just one of the ways that I really want her to succeed. She's done an amazing job getting all of us together.
I have to echo that too. I think it's so great. And it's also really nice to connect with people who have a similar viewpoint, or are writing things, who see a lack of something, or just want to be more inclusive, or understand that there's something's missing in our media and we can fill that gap. And instead of fighting each other, or, you know, we're all coming together and collaboratively, like sharing our stories. And I think that is such a beautiful thing. What?
I agree.
Oh, right. It's so simple. It's not hard to be kind. I just also want to ask, what age group are your books best for?
K-3.
K to
serve
3.
A younger audience. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I love it. I also love supporting indie authors, and my son will be 5. So I'm always like, okay, can I buy those books for him? Or,
Yes, you can.
Yay. That's exciting. What is one piece of advice or insight you would share for an aspiring writer?
Continue to practice and put it out, even if you don't think it's perfect. A lot of times authors delay their books. I've met authors who said, I wrote this book in 1980 and I'm just getting it out because it's this desire for perfection. And I'm like, do you realize that even the most bestseller author would look back at his first book and like, oh my God, I can't believe I wrote that. But you only get better by doing it more. And you won't have a 10th book if you don't have a first. Get it out there.
Oh, I love that.
Feedback. Yeah.
Right? Oh, that's amazing. And where can people find you and more about you and your stories?
I would love if you guys followed us on Instagram, Lauren Simone Pubs, LaurenSimonepubs. Our website is www.laurensimonePubs.com. Our publishing house is named after my daughters, Olivia Lauren and Alyssa Simone. And we just put out a new book called Olivia Lauren's A Guide to Animal Habitats that came out yesterday.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So this is, as we record this is January 30th. And so now, you know, there's another book that's out there and accessible that's brand new to your repertoire. That's incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you, Brianna.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much, Melissa, for your time and your brilliance and creativity. I think it's fantastic. I can't wait to read your books and learn more about your stories. I think it's incredible. Thank you so much.